don't you just open up with the opening statement and we'll take questions from the media?
Yeah, what a feeling. So happy for these girls. You know, we've talked about from day one in January when I got the opportunity to take over, and that, you know, it's the details. We got to start now, back in January, with the details, and take care of all the little things. When you take care of all the little things, the big things will come into place. And the girls did that, and, you know, came down late to the wire, and that's an unbelievable Western Michigan team. First class all around for them. Nate's done a phenomenal job there. There's a reason they've been there 2 years in a row. But all the credit to our players to get the result, and I'm so happy for them.
Can you talk a little bit about the change? It seems like they took it to you a little bit in the first half. Your spacing almost seemed like off, and they were challenging, marking tight. How did that change? How were you able to change that in the second?
Yeah, absolutely. And we even adjusted at halftime. They were all over us. They definitely had the better of the first half. You know, I don't know if a bit of nerves or the moment might have caught up to us there a bit. But we addressed a few things at halftime. The biggest thing for us is how our forwards were going to help on the defensive side of it, because that allowed us to get in better attacking spaces. But I agree. I thought the second half, you know, we definitely were able to instill our game on it, and I think we got the fair result.
When did you have any idea, you know, the wave of momentum that you might be pointing toward this?
I'll tell you, that first weekend, the first MAC weekend, we went on the road, one at Kent, one at Ohio in double overtime. That was the sign of, all right, maybe, you know what, maybe this is something special here. You know, the talent we knew was there, absolutely. You know, and I said that from the beginning, you know, when administration gave me the opportunity. I said, this isn't a rebuilding project. The players are here to compete, you know, and I'm ecstatic for them because they performed. It's all the credit has to go to them.
Talk about Jackie Hall getting the goal. Yeah,
it's pretty nice luxury to have as a coach that the defensive player of the year scores a couple goals on the weekend. But it's a mentality with her. Just first, you know, and we found a home for her at the center back position. You know, she's kind of floated around her first few years, and she's just embraced it, and she's a true leader of this group. And lucky for us, we get her back another year.
Can you talk about the emergence of Andrea Nyquist?
Yeah, you know, just kind of, obviously we can't talk enough about her goal on Friday night. I think I've watched it over 100 times easy. Just what a strike. And she's embraced it. You know, she hasn't been in that starting position. There'll be games she plays 10 minutes, there's games she plays 80 minutes. And whatever's asked of her, she brings it. And just a great luxury for us to bring off the bench.
I don't think Dougal was all tournament, but I thought she had a number of fine plays to cut down on.
Absolutely, you know, and this probably was one of her best performances overall. Mac only gives us 4 spots, but I mean we're not where we are today without the play of Laura Dougal in goal. And for us, and you can hear it with the crowd when she comes out and deals with those crosses and takes that pressure off us. Game changing.
Back to Jackie also. Preseason, what's a couple things? What's a couple things maybe her play or her style, which made you think that she'd be able to make this change to center back?
You know, we had a conversation back in the spring. You know, that she's the type of player that we need on the field for 90 minutes, and we're going to pay attention to details, and set pieces are going to be a big part of it. It's no secret. She's our most dangerous player on set pieces. Case in point, the game winner off a set piece, and Jackie Hall's involved. We needed to find a way to get her on the field for 90 minutes. You know, when you look at the players around her in that midfield role, you know, she told us the forward position before. It was a natural fit for her. I mean, her aggressiveness. There's a reason she's Defensive Player of the Year, and the goals are just an extreme bonus. But for us, it's the set pieces and what she brings, and she's one of the toughest kids I've ever met.
It seemed in the first half, Western kind of had you guys playing in the defensive end a little bit more. What were you able to do to change kind of the momentum of that in the second half? And it seemed like you guys were on the attack most of the time.
I think two things in particular. I think our forwards helping out, not allowing them to switch. When they were able to switch on us, we were just out of shape, pulled all over the place, and they were able to come at us. So when our forwards back checking there really helped. But I saw a change with our players as well. You know, I don't know if it was the moment or nerves or what it was, but the second half, you know, we asked them at halftime to be great, and they were. They came out, and you know, we talk about it's easy. Everybody wants to win a championship, but who's willing to work for it? And our girls were willing to work for it today.
Now you guys have a NCAA Selection show coming up tomorrow.
Yep.
Talk about how exciting that's going to be for you guys, and then what you guys are anticipating looking ahead.
Yeah, you know, just another milestone for the program. Obviously, moving forward, we're excited to be. It's our goal every year. It's our goal. We want to get in the NCAA tournament, and you know, we want to we've done fantastic in the conference. I mean, we just literally played an entire conference season, a conference postseason, and didn't drop a game. And that's an unbelievable testament to these players. And now we get to show it on a national stage, and we'll do what we do, and we'll bring what UB women's soccer to whoever we face, and they're excited for it. They'll be up for it.
Can you just highlight, you mentioned attention to detail. I mean, it's a big difference to go from 5 wins to go to 16 wins. What are some of those details?
Well, for us as a group, we had to get an identity. We didn't have much of an identity. We were always known as hardworking, but it's only going to get you so far. So the biggest thing we put in place, and you look at our results and our records, is defensive shape. How do all 11 players contribute on the defensive side? You defend in numbers, you translate, you attack in numbers. And that's been our biggest success. And the other thing is every single player knows their role and responsibility. There's not one girl in that locker room that can raise their hand and ask, what am I supposed to be doing? We made sure whatever your role is, responsibilities are position-wise. If you're coming off the bench, set pieces where you're supposed to be. We made sure as a coaching staff that the girls were aware of it. Because at the end of the day, the players are the ones that are going to change it. Right? We just try to steer them in the right direction, give them a little bit of guidance, and those are the two biggest things for us.